today is the Just Our Imagination Challenge playlist thing. You guys, I host this with my best friend Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs. This is my favorite. I absolutely love doing this. I have so many DIYs, but look, one of the challenge items, I totally messed it up. I had no time to fix it. It is so bad. So it's going to be very last. But anyway, I hope y'all stick around. Check out everyone in the playlist. You'll get tons of inspiration. We'll talk more about it in a minute. And I got one thing left to say. Let's get on with the video. And I got to do this for the rest of my YouTube life. Anyway, love you guys. Okay, y'all, right here, I got 3 of those wood little plank hanging signs from the Dollar Tree, the larger ones. And I'm just going to lay them out here on my mat. And I'm going to leave an inch at the top. And there's going to be an inch at the bottom gap. And I'm going to take these 5-gallon paint stir sticks. Now, look. And I'm going to mark them. And I'm going to cut them down the sides with a little miter box. If I were y'all, if you recreate this, I wouldn't offset them like that. I was going to do one thing and it totally went a different direction, and y'all will see here in a minute. But anyway, so after we get that all sanded off and cleaned up and cut down, I'm going to lay my signs back out here, and I'm going to take wood glue and hot glue, and I'm going to glue my 5-gallon paint stir sticks to those things right there. Look, I had one that was warped and it about gave me fits, and it messed up the entire thing. So on the back, I flipped it over, and thanks, Rose. She sent me these 1-gallon paint stir sticks, and I ended up having to glue 5 of them all together. I did 3 originally, and I had to go back and put more. But I'm going to put masking tape over those 2 holes that you're going to be able to see, and then I'm going to flip it around to the front side, and I'm going to fill it with wood putty, the holes. And I'm just going to sand it down when it dries. You know the routine, you guys. And then I'm going to take Waverly Antique Wax and a baby wipe. I'm not going to Mr. Miyagi, y'all. I'm just going to put it on with that. Yeah. And then, because it looks so bad with all the glue, I decided to dry brush it. And I was going to leave the paint stir sticks in the Waverly Wax. Then I changed my mind. I was making a mess of them, so I painted the whole thing. This thing went wrong from the very get-go. And then, look at me being so meticulous. And then, oh, I do know some big words. I'm not stupid. I might talk like I'm a dummy, but I'm not really stupid. Anyway, so I'm just going to mark off here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it even now. Yeah. So if you guys actually did recreate it and wanted the exact same size, you'd have to cut 2 inches off the original. So now I'm going to take one of those rounds from the Dollar Tree. I think it's 11.8, whatever. Round. See, I am stupid. Anyway, I'm joking, you guys. And I'm going to take Mod Podge, and I'm going to cover the entire thing. And then I'm going to put that paper down, you guys. That was my favorite paper in that paper pack from Michael's. I love it. Anyway, oh, look at it. And then I'm just going to rub it down real good and go around the edges to make sure that it seals. And then after it dries completely, I'm going to put another thin coat of Mod Podge on top of it. Yes. And then I got that Christmas tag from the Dollar Tree. I had nothing that was the size I needed. And this was still a little bit wide, but I digress. So I'm just going to mark it there, and I cut it. And then I'm going to sand it around the edges to make sure no paper's hanging off the edge. And I'm going to tear that plastic paper off. And then, you guys, those tags, every time I try to get paper off of them, they are a pain in the tuchus. I mean, absolute pain. So you don't even really need to do it. Y'all know I'm crazy, because I always say, if I sell my stuff, and when I sell my stuff, I want it to look finished, and I want it to look nice. I got those from Decoupage Napkins.com. You got, look at him. I fell in love with that. So the colors it's just mind blowing. It's amazing. Love these. And I am an affiliate now, you guys. And the link is in my description box below. You can go check it out, and you can get discounts. Anyway, so I painted that with Ivory Chalk Paint by Waverly, and that Christmas sign. And then I'm going to take my rice paper and lay it down there with a thin coat of Mod Podge. I just did the top, and then I'm going to do the bottom half now. And you guys will not believe this camera doesn't know justice. I am in love with this thing. But anyway, I take some saran wrap, and I lay it down on my image, and I rub it to make sure everything's down real good. And it's not that serious with right? But you just got to be careful. You know, you don't want to rip it. But then you give it a coat of Mod Podge on top. You want it to be thin and try not to go over it a lot of times because it can bubble up. So just try to keep it light and go over it like the area wants. But I'm going to take that lock tight, quick and thick multi-purpose glue, Brenda's glue, and hot glue, and I'm going to glue my round to the center of my, it's a tray, you guys. And then I had to glue 2 more sticks to the back of that because it was just, yeah, it was so, like, wonky. Anyway, so I'm going to take this braided jute here, and I'm going to wrap, it's like flat. So I'm going to lay it flat up against that round and go around it because I sometimes, like, I don't know, I don't really dig a lot that it's like a raw look to me. I want it to be finished, you know what I mean? Unless it's a small something. I know you guys are like, what are you talking about? But anyway, when I get back to where I started, I'm going to go a second bout. But this time I'm going to lay it flat down against, like on the jute and the sign. So have it like flat. You know, here, you see better right here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, looking like a cookie. And press it down real good. Look at that paper, you guys. And this picture, oh my goodness. Look, I cut that too short. And me, because I'm crazy, I went back in and cut a little tiny piece of jute. And I glued it down there. And you can't even tell it now. But I'm going to burn what little bit of fuzz there is. I just got me some jute twine off Amazon. Jute twine. Jute twine off Amazon, you guys. Because I got tired of the big, thick, chunky parts in it. And I don't know. It was just a mess. But I measured this out here and got it all even as I could. And it looks pretty even to me. But, you know. And then I marked it with my pencil, but apparently didn't show it there. And I'm going to take that Loctite Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue. Anyway, and some hot glue. And I'm going to glue that Christmas sign with my Tom Turkey down onto my round sign there, you guys. Oh my goodness, I love this. You guys, this is my favorite. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but, and then I made him and now he is. Anyway, and I'm going to take that trim, that burlap trim, I think it's called, I don't even know. And I'm going to go around my sign because I didn't like that white on there and I just didn't want to cut anymore. And so what I did was went around it, I can't talk, y'all, went around it twice. And then it built it up more like a frame. And it looks really, really cute. And it covered up a lot of that white from the front view. And then I'm going to take some wire jute. And I'm just going to like bend it. And I'm going to twist it around. And I'm going to staple it. And I don't want the sign popping up over the back. You know what I mean? So I just twisted it real tight. So it won't like come undone. And then I'm going to take these handles I got from Lowe's forever and a day ago. They were 99 cents when I got them. They're probably $18 a piece now. But I'm just going to hot glue them now. For now. I am going to add some screws later. I need to find some shorter screws. And I'm going to take that black rub and buff. And I'm just going to put it on the hot glue in the center of them holes so you can't really tell it for now. And here it is, you guys. And oh my goodness. I love him. Oh, you guys. Oh, no. And you can use him as a leaner. You can hang him on the wall. I don't even know, you guys. I hope y'all like him, too, as much as I do. I don't know. Call me crazy. I might be crazy. Well, I am crazy. Anyway, wanted y'all to see him. Okay, today is the Just Our Imagination. And Cindy from Z9 Designs is our guest host this month. We pick a winner every month, and they get to co-host with us the following month. And I host this with my best friend Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs and me. And I'll have the link in my description box. Please go check everybody out, you guys, because these items we have to use. Sometimes you get some crazy, beautiful things, then some crazy, really crazy things. Anyway, look how beautiful Cindy is. But last month she made, we had to use a book. And she took a book, and you guys need to see the video. And she made a purse out of it. She put a pocket on the inside, a zipper up around it, and everything. And I just like, that is so cool, Cindy. Great job. Okay, right here. Now, this I did last year, and I took one of those signs they have out now. And then I took a regular sign, and I glued them together, and I taped them on the back. You guys know how I do. And then it's just laid around for a year. So, I'm going to paint it with the Ivory Chalk Paint by Waverly. And you guys can refer back to older videos to see how I do that. If you're new here, let me know if you want a link to see how I tape those signs together. And I don't use the sticks. I just use that tape and they stay forever. Trust me, that's been laying in my basement for a year. Anyway, I'm going to cut slits in my painter's tape. And I'm going to go up around it and make a frame for my sign because I can't cut. Well, I can, but I don't. Anyway, I'm going to take Waverly Antique Wax. And I'm going to make a frame. Did I already say that? Make a frame for my sign. Who knows anymore? But I'm not going to wipe it off. I'm not going to Mr. Miyagi this either. And then I'm going to take some black paint and make some little spots, make it look like knots and just worn spots. And then I go completely back over again with the antique wax. And again, I do not wipe it off. And okay, here's just the wonderful part. Look at that. Blah. Gorgeous. And make sure you paint the sides, you guys. You want it to look nice. Anyway, I cut that stencil off on my Cricut. And, yeah, I'm just going to burnish it down on there. And, oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, we're getting somewhere. And then, oh, gosh, you guys. I rub it down with my finger to make sure every part is stuck down really well. But with truffle, I'm going to paint all the peduncles. And, that one was, like, kind of curly, and it's really cute. And then, I'm going to take, that burnt orange, and I'm going to paint my big pumpkin. And then I'm going to take that vintage mustard and I'm going to paint the smaller one, and I painted the larger one in moss. And I do paint them at the the shape of the pumpkin anyway. And so, and I did paint them. I didn't like steeple paint on this time, but I'm just going to put some distressing marks on my little leaf there and all that jazz. And when I get all that pulled up, I usually pull it up when it's wet because I don't want to pull it up, especially with that MDF. And then sometimes your paint comes with it. Sometimes it don't. But anyway, oh, so I took I have another burnt orange, just totally different color. And I'm giving my pumpkin highlights. And then with that one, I did the burnt orange. And with the moss one, I used celery. And with the yellow one, I used just white chalk paint. And yeah, try to go around I don't know, you wouldn't call them the spines. It's the spine of a leaf, isn't it? Is it a spine? I don't know what it's called for a pumpkin. And I printed this decal off on my Cricut. And it says pumpkin. And then season fits in there. Yeah. There you go. Just put it in place. Now, it was 2 different colors, and I didn't like that. I stuck with black. But anyway, you guys, I'm not tooting my own horn, but beep, beep. I think that looks like something come from Hobby Lobby. Anyway, you would never know that it was Dollar Tree signs and just some paint, And I'm going to take my purple glue stick. That's my very last one, you guys. Rose, don't send me anymore. No. But I've struggled finding them. I will find them, you guys. I promise. But anyway, look. I got more glue digging it out of what was left over than there was in the whole dang stick itself. And I just took my scraper there and smeared it out. And then I used my finger and just put my paper down. And then cut off the excess paper around it. And then I'm going to take a piece of wire jute and I'm going to bend it horseshoey I don't know. See how it's yeah. And I'm going to put that Type Bond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue on it. And I'm going to flip it over there. And then I'm going to I cut out 2 pieces of paper straight as I could, same size. And I'm going to take hot glue and I'm going to lay it over it. That way it won't pull up out of there. And there it is, you guys. And I think that thing is gorgeous. And it's large. And that originally was my favorite until the turkey. Yeah. Yes, I love that. And I hope y'all like it too. You guys, I'm so thirsty. Look, Heather, I don't know. She made my bow, a Kathyjodiys bow. She did great. And Tina, look at all that stuff. How beautiful. I love that gingerbread. She said I inspired her. And Carol is busy. Look at that mantle. She is following it up and all the lights is beautiful, you guys. Y'all did amazing. Okay, right here. That's that scrapbook I got from Michael's. And I'm going to take those little wood pieces from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to do the leaf green, the pumpkin orange, the acorn brown, and then the little apple I'm going to do in another paper pack, a little tiny one I had, and I'm going to do it in red. It's all plaid, you guys know. You guys know I love the plaid. Anyway, my back is itching. I just Mod Podged them on there and then cut them off with my little finger blade. And then I take that sign from the Dollar Tree. I wish they had those still. I only found the 2, and I've held on to that one forever. But, Vicky, I'm using your sticky burlap. Victoria sent me that sticky burlap. I was so happy. I've never used it before. But I laid it down there on my sign, and then I just cut it out. Y'all saw how I did that there. And then just put it back down there. That's simple. That was easy. No painting, no nothing. Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, no, I shouldn't have said that. That was awful, you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, and then when those dry, I cover them with a coat of Mod Podge, and I stick my little wood letters. I think those come from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. They're 1-inch letters. I don't know if I got them from Hobby Lobby or Amazon. Anyway, and I just stick them on there with the Mod Podge and let that be my glue. And then when it all dries, I take that one and put some little beads around its little neck. I wrapped all the stems and stuff with jute twine. And then that one I made a little tiny bow and put 2 little beads on it for my leaf. And then this, you guys, I made a Kathyjodiys bow, really tiny, a double loop Kathyjodiys bow using jute twine. And I've never done that before. And I was like, I'll never be able to do this. Y'all, I did it. And look how tiny it is. Oh, my goodness. I was proud of myself. I'm a dork. And then I'm going to glue all my little wood pieces there to that jute twine. And that came from Walmart. And here it is, you guys. I just think that is cute and it's simple. And I think it's pretty. Yeah. I mean, it's not the first 2 pieces. Especially not the first one. But, you know, oh, I put that braided jute around the inside of it. I forgot I even did that. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, I did that one last week, so, okay, y'all. I got these 2 boxes from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to remove the hardware and just sand it down a little bit. And that first one, I'm going to do like a heavy, like dry brush, distressing with celery. And then the next one, I'm going to do with moss. And I do remove the stickers and paint the bottom and all the insides and everything. Upside, inside, outside, downside. I used to say that all the time, and I don't ever say it anymore. Anyway, I didn't mean to leave that much in. And then I'm going to take that candle. I think I got that 2 years ago. And to me, I painted it with celery. And then I used the moss in the cracks. And it ended up looking like a gourd. Anyway, I don't see what I'm doing. Oh, I take 3 tumbling tower blocks. They're glued together. And, oh, I got those little legs. And I paint them in moss. Sorry. I got those little legs. They're for jewelry boxes off Amazon. I've had them a couple years too, you guys. And I'm just going to screw them into the bottom of my little box there. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work, but it did. And I got those little knobs. But look, the screw was entirely too long. And I just don't have any screws right now. But I just decided to hot glue it for now. I got to go get me some. And I know we have some around here, but whatever. So I'm just going to hot glue them to both of them. But that one I don't put feet on. Because I'm going to take my tumbling tower blocks I painted and put them right there in the corner of my box. And then I'm going to catty corner that one on there. And then I glued that round piece on there because I want stability, more stability. I want to make sure it stays. Because it is having a real fire-burning candle in there, you know what I mean? So, rather be safe than sorry. Then I coat it with antique wax. I Mr. Miyagi it, you guys. And then I start distressing my boxes. And I'm like, it needs more. So then I take this beautiful paper Shirley Gutierrez sent me. And, ooh, Shirley, did you hear how I said it? I almost said it. I think I said it right. And I tore it. It's rice paper. And I start Mod Podging it down to my boxes. Yes. I know you can't see it very well. It's really dark paper, but look at that one. And then I tear it all up. Yeah, sorry, but you know, that's what it's for. Maybe not to tear up, but you know. Anyway, and then I just find pieces that I like to have, and I just rip it. And Mod Podge it down to my box. And I put it heavy, like hoping it would like wrinkle a little bit. Yeah, it didn't, not at all. I'm like, well, there you go. So anyway, and maybe try to do that before you put your legs and your knobs and all that stuff on. If anybody recreates this, and I love that bow was made. That's the first picture I've ever gotten of anyone make one of my bows. Thank you. Anyway, and then I go ahead and put Waverly Antique Wax more heavy around it, and where all that torn paper is. Yeah, because you want to like kind of blend that in, you know. Well, I want to make sure y'all saw it. And then I took 2 more sets of 3 tumbling tower blocks, glued them together, and I propped my candle up higher. And I got that pick from Dollar Tree last year, but they do have them there this year. And I start putting it in there with some eucalyptus and a couple pumpkins, and there it is, you guys. And I think that is gorgeous. Not maybe your typical fall DIY, but I do get asked to do shabby chic, and I think that's shabby chic in my mind anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Once I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't. Anyway, so that's not true, you guys. I'm wrong all the time. I don't want anybody to say she's so conceited, because that's not true either. Okay, you guys, this is where it gets really cute. I got those bows from the Dollar General. No, not this one. And look, I was piecing together, they're not even. And this was a challenge item that I picked because Brenda needed an answer, and I was standing at Dollar General in front of these bowls that was on sale for 50 cents. So I said plastic bows. And then they thought I said bows, and it was a whole thing. But anyway, I think some people use glass bowls. Anyway, so I'm going to make them look like wood the best I can. And when I put antique wax on them to do the wood effect, I paint it as smooth as, like, over and over and over. Just, you see, and I think that looks, and then I dip my brush again, and I go until the paint is, or the stain, or the whatever, the wax is completely gone on my brush before I dip it again, and just keep going over the same gee whiz, spot, to smooth it out. Anyway, y'all saw what I did there, because I don't even know if they have those. Yeah, I saw them Kinder. I give up. I need to just be quiet. So, that was Pizza Sign. That's a 3x3 little piece of wood that I have. I have a bunch of those. And I take that I give it that glue and hot glue. See, I don't even know. Yeah. And then, just glue them together. And then I paint them with Rich Black by Folk Art. There. That's how I need to talk. And then I'm going to hot glue that one onto that one candle pillar with just a bunch of hot glue. Yeah, I mean a bunch of a whole glue stick, I reckon. Anyway, and then I'm going to take that floral foam, and it's the kind that's already pre-cut, and I'm going to put a piece on each one of my candle pillars here. I did these last week, I think, also, you guys. Anyway, and then I'm going to hot glue my bows to the top of my foam. Yeah. I want them to be offset. And then I'm going to take that. That is Mum and Berry Pick. And this is Berry and Pine Pick. And these are both, they came from Walmart for 98 cents. This is beautiful. I love that wine color, that Mum. It's just gorgeous. And then that eucalyptus. That is so pretty. It almost looks like fire. Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I put the mums in the front, and what I do to one, I do to the other. And I was using a skewer to poke holes in my thing. And I know y'all can't see, but I put the leaves in it, and then, of course, the berries, and then some of that eucalyptus, and just all these things that came off those picks I put on there. And then I filled, and the pine cones, and then I filled the rest of it with eucalyptus and some leaves. And mainly like the colored eucalyptus and the green eucalyptus and eucalyptus. And then I use those little sunflowers, and then these things and floppy things. I don't know what they are, but I sure like them. But I cut mine in half because they were too long, and I still wanted the flop, so I just bend them. And I put a red one and a green one in each one. And I set a candle in my bowl, y'all, and I think those are pretty. And I'm not good with florals, you guys. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone because I get nervous with them. I get literally nervous, have a nervous breakdown over it because I know I'm going to mess it up. Seriously. But those are for centerpieces for your table to go with that little box. That's why it's got a candle too. Okay, this is where it gets fun. So, there's plastic bowls too. And those are little fruit bowls, I guess. I don't know. They all come from the Dollar Tree. And I ended up not even using those ones because what did that look like when I tried it and I laughed? And those, I think they're shot glasses. I don't know. And then those were called fruit cups. So I guess you got a fruit bowl and a fruit cup. But I like the shape of those. But they didn't work out how I wanted either. So anyway, I still used them. So I painted them all in cottage white by Folk Art. Because I'm going to use acrylic paint. And you know what? I shouldn't even worry about it. Because with the Americana, you can usually, there they are when they're out of package. With the Americana paint, I don't usually have any problems. I mean, you still have to give it a few coats either way. But after I painted everything, those I'm going to take outside and spray paint with the Sand Dollar and that Equestrian. And then those two candle pillar things I got from Dollar Tree forever ago. And I used them once already. I'm going to reuse them. But that color is beautiful. It's called Dandelion, I think. Or am I telling you wrong? Let me see right here. Marigold. Sorry. It's a yellow flower. Marigold. And you get, it's so pretty, you guys. It's like an old yellow color. Anyway. And I use burnt umber and the burnt orange. And I like a lot of burnt stuff, don't I? And the deep burgundy. And they're all Americana. Except for the burnt umber is apple barrel. Anyway, I was looking at paint and I don't know what I missed. But I glued those two together. Yeah. And see, the way it was on, and then those ones, listen, I put rocks in those, the one, and in those, but put rocks in before you kind of put your glue on because it gets messy. And then I take those little round pieces of wood from Miss Valerie Allison, and I take Aileen's tacky glue, and I glue the little wood piece to the top of my cups and then flip them upside down. So I think y'all know where I'm going with this. And then I take that little green piece that come from one of them little wood puzzles, and then another one of those that Valerie sent me. You can use anything, even like craft sticks, if you recreate this, just as long as it makes your, it comes up even with the side of those things. You know what I mean? I know, right? And I put that, what color was that again? Marigold on the one. And look, and then the two little ones, the shot glasses, I put those little fruit bowls. Look. Anyway, and I hot glue Spanish moss all the way around it, the bottom of it. And then I'm going to plop some right on top of it there. And what I did to the one, I did to the other, just in different colors, and the little short ones like that. And then I took hazelnut, and I made little dots on it. And here I'm going to take some floral wire, and I'm going to fold it in half, see? And then I'm going to flatten it out really, really well with my fingers. And then I'm going to take and put it on a skewer and twist it around because I'm going to make tendrils for my little tiny pumpkins. And these you get like 12 in a pack. Those from Dollar General, and they're small, and they're actually decent looking. I just lift up my peduncle and wrap that wire underneath it, twist it all up in there with my needle nose pliers. And then I'm just going to take a piece of eucalyptus and make little leaves. And then I put on a pine cone and I think a green acorn. Those come from Hobby Lobby. Some little berries. Oh, and that one's done. And then I'm going to glue that burnt umber one on that. And see, I was hoping when that cup was standing by its own. And see, I made a bird's nest for that one and put two little birds in it that came from Michael's. And then I'm going to take some green leaves and a sunflower. And then I'm making a really, really long peduncle for this pumpkin because it's a bit bigger than the other one. But yeah, see, that one's crazy. But I wanted to finagle it, make it like wonky, go everywhere. And I cut some leaves out of another leaf and greenery piece and glued it to my pumpkin. And I hot glued two leaves on top of it. And then I'm going to hot glue some berries on. See, you can just use your imagination and have fun with it, you guys, and make it however you want it. And just make them adorable. That's just it. I know. I made a bunch of mushrooms. Ugh. If you count all the DIYs in this video, I would have had 21 if you did each individual one. So, yeah. Today, you guys, we had to do plastic bowls and then a cookie sheet, a disposable aluminum one. And then, I'm going to take, I already forgot what those were. What are they? Bittersweets. And that little tiny wreath, I've had that wreath like 16 years. I have a couple of them left, you guys. I'm not joking. And I hot glued them all the way around my little wreath. But they're duping me, my DIYs for my birthday, you guys. And I am so excited about this. I cannot wait to see what everybody made. Oh my gosh, you guys need to see this. Anyway, and I hot glued that one on top of that little mushroom. And I put a little candle in. I want to use that brown one, but it was just too short. And yeah. And look, you guys, here they are. That, I think they're adorable. I don't know. I took that braided jute and glued it around the center of that one because I was afraid it's going to fall apart. But look at it. That one looks like a cyclops. I need to turn it a different direction. Look how, that one I put yellow. No, I didn't. I put cashew little dots on it. But yeah, just decorate them how you want. And I think it's just adorable. Yeah, don't blink here. So I went to flea market. I go almost every year, Labor Day weekend. And a woman had a box of those for like $10. That came from some store, but I think they'd gotten wet. And that's what cracked up. No, they were marked down. She got them cheap. But I bought the whole box for $8. Worth it to me with cracks in it and all. But I just glued 4 of those little sticks. I said don't blink to the bottom of it because I have plans. But isn't it a cute little riser? I think so. Very, very rustic. About as rustic as you can get. I don't know what that was, but I took that little round and get from Walmart. I think they're like $1 now. And I traced it out. That is folded over. Every bit of this fabric is folded to make 2s, except, and then I'm going to fold it in half and make sure I cut it right. Okay, I'm going to take that little pumpkin and trace it out. Again, it's folded in 2s. And then I traced this little pumpkin out. Now, I did it in 2s, but it was unnecessary. And all of the fabric I got from Dollar Tree, with the exception of the primitive, like the red and beige and the red and white check one. Yeah, I've had those for a hot minute. But I'm just tracing out all these little wood pieces. Yeah, and then I'm going to trace out that leather leaf, faux leather leaf. But I folded it in half. I didn't like how that one side, it looked goofy. So I wanted both sides to look the same. So that's why I folded it in half and cut it. But then I'm going to start hot gluing them together. Because for one, I don't have a sewing machine. For two, if I did, I can't use it because I can't thread one. Because I'm challenged in that area. For some reason, I just can't do it. Anyway. And I glue them all together, except I leave about 1 inch open on each one of them. And then I'm going to take some batting, polyfill, whatever you call it. And I'm going to fill them all up, just like a little bit, not like a ton. Except with the leaves, I had to kind of finagle like back in the corner, some. But I traced little acorns, pumpkins, leaves, and what else? I don't know. But I did that one leaf, I know. And then I cut out some jute, and I'm making some veins. Is that what they're called? I'm telling you what, guys. I told you that I'm losing it, and I really am. So I can't remember anything anymore. But I'm just going to hot glue them on there. Yeah, just to add some extra cuteness. And that was some burlap. That did come from online. It came from burlapfabric.com. It was a tablecloth. And I've had that about 3 years, you guys. Still going strong with it. But anyway, isn't that cute? And that's something else, you guys. These could be bowl fillers. Just throw them around in trays. Put them on tiered trays. Just lay them around, I don't know, anywhere. And you can take and put potpourri in them. Yeah, and make, like, some smelly goods all over your house. Anyway, these are the ones that was only single. And what I do is, like, this is the best way I can show you guys. See how I folded there? I want to make sure it was even across from each other, and I don't know why. To start off, I think it's best, but then after you get going, it's fine. And I fold it and I hot glue it. And then I'm going to do that one. And then I'm just going to keep, then I go opposite side, like north, south, east, west. I know it looks like a taco shell, doesn't it? Anyway, and I'm just going to keep doing that. And then I'll go in between all of those. And then in between all of those until we get... And then I burn myself until we get... I didn't mean to leave that in. I burnt myself again. Until we get up to... I never learn. Yeah. See? And I just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And then I'm going to take and start folding it over on itself. Yeah. See? And hot gluing it. And anyway, it just gets smaller and smaller. And then... I went outside. I'm holding it so it dries, but I didn't mean to leave that in either. But I went outside and got some sticks. But the one I put in that one originally is too big. So I take it out and put a smaller one in it. See? Or, yeah, a skinnier one. And I put some raffia on them. And that one I made a little double loop bow and little raffia bows. And look at my little acorns. I just added, like, traced out the top of it to swap around fabrics. To put on different ones, you know what I mean? And I think those are so cute. And it's so easy and cheap, you guys. You can have a million of them. Make them big or as small as you want. Like I said, put polyfill with potpourri in it or something. And yeah, there you go. And look at my little pumpkins. Oh, no. I saw someone had some of those for sale. Wanted $2.50 a piece for them, you guys. Here's the failure. Okay. This is the second challenge. Ooh, doggies. I got that, though. That was made by Plaid. And I got, like, 4 of them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. There's my sheet. And, look, I got that thing flat as a pancake. And I used my putty knife and that paint stir stick, the handle of it, for most of all of it. Now, we'll scrape it up, so if you want it to be pretty, I wouldn't suggest using it unless you cover it in like a paper towel or a rag or something, you know. But I'm cutting it down to try to make it fit this 12 by 12. I cut down a piece of cardboard, and we're going real fast because you guys, no one is ever going to remake this because it is so terrible. Anyway, and then... I'm going to tape it down, and I pick the flowers off of 2 picks, and that's what's left over. And I'm making a tree. The concept was great, but the end result was horrible. But I took Scotch tape and a couple pieces of masking tape, and I taped down all the branches to make them lay flat. And then I'm going to take all these little wood pieces, like little leaves and a little squirrel and one of the fox from the Dollar Tree, the bigger pieces, little mushrooms, and then that Hello Fall, all that from the Dollar Tree. And then I put my cookie sheet over it. I taped it down. And I start rubbing it. And I rub from the inside out, thinking that's what I need to do. It's going to be best that way. La, 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 la. Y'all, no. It had me mad. Look, I'm pounding on with hammers. I had to pound it into the frame. I was so frustrated. It looked like turd. And I thought, well, maybe after I spray paint it black, it'll be fine. Well, no, you couldn't see nothing. So then I was like, I'll use this Warm Penny. I haven't got a chance to use it yet. Brenda got it for me, and I wanted to use it. And I painted it with it because I saw Brenda a 3D sign like that once, and hers was cute, but look at mine. That is terrible, you guys. I put jute on it. My husband and my daughter both said the only way to help is take the nautical rope and put it all over the entire thing. Ah, you win some, you lose some. Look at my poor little mushroom's head, and that's awful, you guys. That is the worst thing I've ever made, ever, and it's funny, you guys. You know that's terrible. But here's everything, and I thank you guys so very much for the birthday cards, the birthday gifts, the money. Y'all should not have sent me money. I just love you guys. Y'all are just amazing. And you just mean so much to me. And I appreciate y'all so very much. But, yeah, check out the playlist because I am excited to see what was duped of mine. And I don't know. I love this challenge. I enjoy everybody in it. Everyone's talented. And I enjoy you all. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I pray you have a blessed week. And I will see you next Sunday. Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, or I'll probably be late. But I think I needed to add. Oh, there it is. There's the ugly. Never mind. It was in there. I didn't forget to make sure that y'all got to see that ugly old thing. Look at it hidden back in the corner. I love you all. Have a